Hi, uh, my name is Robbie Cranston, and I'm going to be sharing with you today a Mesozoic reptile project on Quetzalcoatlus, a pterosaur of the Mesozoic area. Um, this is for Age of Dinosaurs. I started on November 30th, a little late start. Um, let's dive right in with the etymology. So the name Quetzalcoatlus comes very directly from Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec god of, I believe, wisdom. Um, don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert in Aztec mythology. Um, but the meaning behind Quetzalcoatl is feathered serpent, uh, directly, and that's giant flying lizard. I, 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 I just makes sense to me. I feel like that makes sense to most people too. Um, Now let's real quick make a little pit stop before I dive super far in, and just say what makes a pterosaur. So a pterosaur is, an archosaur. It's got the gizzard and four-chambered heart and everything. It's an ornithodiran. It's got the long ass shaped neck, but it's a winged ornithodiran, not a winged ornithodiran that is a bird, but a winged ornithodiran where the wing is consistent of or created from an elongated digit 4 and a pteroid bone. We went over all of this in class. I'm sure you guys were paying attention too. Uh, just thought I would revise a little bit or revisit just to so there's no confusion. Here's the pteroid bone you could see popping back, the long digit 4, and then over on the right here we have pterosaur wing at the top, followed by a bird wing going down, a bat wing going down, and then a human arm just to, spot some differences. Yeah, so let's jump over. The discovery of Quetzalcoatlus was by Douglas Lawson in 1972, West Texas. He was working under Professor Juan Langston Jr. For University of Texas in Austin. Um, they discovered it in Big Bend National Park, in Javelina and Black Peaks formations, so Upper Cretaceous. Over here on the right, this picture, we've got them with a Quetzalcoatlus bone. On the left, we have Douglas Lawson, and on the right, we have Juan Langston Jr. So the size of these things, this is, probably what this creature is most known for. I've got sizes for two because one is a lot more average than the other. These are the two main species of Quetzalcoatlus that I think are they're just the most common. There's Quetzalcoatlus northropi, which is named after the Northrop Corporation because that corporation makes giant metal wings, and this thing had giant wings with an 11-meter wingspan to pick up its huge body and lift it off the ground. That is gargantuan. And with, being so big, it had to weigh a lot, 450 to 650 kilograms. We don't know. I mean, we've got bones. It had meat. We don't know exactly, but somewhere in that 200-pound range. And that's just a really big one. The more palatable size is Quetzalcoatlus lawsoni, which is named after Douglas Lawson, the guy who discovered it. It was a lot smaller, had a 5-meter wingspan, still insane. That is huge. Like, we have this chart over here. I would not want to see that smaller one coming at me, let alone the big one. I would run for the hills if I saw the big one. Yeah, Lawsony coming in at 5 meters wingspan and 65 kilograms. I'm thinking 65 kilograms might be a little bit low ball. Um, but hey, I don't have the I didn't research the fossils. I researched the data. Here, just to, I guess put it into perspective, I have a giraffe, which is about how tall a Quetzalcoatlus would have stood, Northropy, would have stood, you know. So up at the top, giraffe, and at the bottom, Quetzalcoatlus, they would have been about the same size. And on the right side at the top, I've got a Quetzalcoatlus flying, nice, beautiful scene. And underneath, I have something of comparable size, a 4-person airplane, which, just saying aloud, is so insane. That's unfathomable that was nature made, so so awe-striking. So quick who, what, when, where of a Quetzalcoatlus's existence, I guess. When did it live? In the late Cretaceous. Where? Texas. Other places too. It was huge, and all the continents were in one place. It could really go wherever it wanted to. It lived in seasonally dry coastal plains. Correction, it's been found in seasonally dry coastal plains. It lived with other reptiles, like, just more than these, but really, really common ones that everyone knows: T-Rex, Triceratops. I found a really nice artist rendition of Quetzalcoatlus with a T-Rex. I think that's beautiful. I wish there was a Triceratops in it too, but I couldn't find one, so just put a little fun picture of a Triceratops. And its diet probably consisted of arthropods and dead or dying fish. It is also theorized or speculated that instead of what was initially thought of Quetzalcoatlus feeding, having a carrion, eating habit, like a crow, eating dead animals that just happen to be around. It's thought that it was probably a skimmer on freshwater bodies, picking up fish, whatever was at the surface, arthropods, dead, dying fish, like a pelican would, you know. Here's a quick little cladogram showing relations to the Quetzalcoatlus with its sister taxa of this tree, being Tapejara. But, monophyletic groups it belongs to on this tree: Archosaur. Obviously, everything here is our Archosaur, Pterosaur, and pterodactyloids. Yeah, those are just the named ones on this tree. But, I know over here, sister taxa on here too, pterosaur, would be the dinosaurs, not avian and birds. And yeah, just to revisit real quick on our way out, it lived in the upper Cretaceous of Texas. It's also where it was found, what formations it was found in. It was found in Big Bend National Park in 1972, and it is proudly the largest winged reptile we know. I say winged reptile and not flying reptile because there's a little bit of skepticism on whether or not it actually flew, just because of its size. I'm not gonna, I don't subscribe to that. I think it flew just because it's so much cooler if it flew. I don't have any evidence to support that it flew or that it did not fly. Yeah, over on the right, I've got a nice picture of a reconstructive skeleton of the creature. So, yeah, I really enjoyed looking into this animal. I think it is so gorgeous. I would love to see it in person. This is my bibliography, quick thing of you know, all the sources I used. So yeah, thank you. I would love to see this. If there's ever a Jurassic Park, I don't think there should be. I don't think that we should bring back Quetzalcoatlus, but man, it would be a sight to behold. Um, so yeah, thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. Yeah.